In this episode, you're going to learn about how to get started with this idea of practicing perspective so you can really start using this in your daily life. Hi, this is Dan Schuck at Glass Half Question. Is your glass half empty or half full? What if you wanted to change your perspective about that? Where would you start with this? This is the heart of my Glass Half Question project, and also the theme of my children's book for grown-ups, A Glass Half Empty or Half Full, which you can find on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. In the first few videos, we talked about the differences between facts and perspectives and the value of choosing to look at things with an alternative or different perspective. We can't change facts, and we may not want to abandon our perspectives about those facts necessarily, but there may be real value to considering another perspective. Let me give you an example. I have about $5 in my wallet right now. That's a fact. This is probably just enough money to get a large latte at the coffee shop. Another fact. It would be a good use of my $5 to get that latte. Now that's a perspective. I will have almost no money left after I buy that latte. Unfortunately, that's a fact too. That's okay. Another perspective. But before I plunk down all my cash, I might choose to change the perspectives in that equation to consider a different outcome. So if I choose to look at this with the perspective that it's not okay for me to have no money in my wallet because I won't be able to buy a snack later today, I'll probably change, or at least consider changing my perspective that it would be a good use of my $5 to get that large latte. The facts don't change, but the perspectives can be changed, and I may look at the situation and decide to skip the latte so that I have money left over for the afternoon snack. This is probably the kind of perspective change you perform all the time without really even recognizing you are doing it. That kind of example is particularly easy because it doesn't really involve any other people. It's a lot easier to change perspectives when the only person affected by your perspective is yourself. But it's also a lot harder to practice perspective when we are talking about things more important and meaningful than whether to get a large or small coffee. How we look at money, love, friendship, power, faith, beauty, safety, responsibility, and even fun are all based on perspective. And suspending our current perspective about these kinds of things is a lot harder to do. But think about how powerful it could be if we could get better at looking at life with multiple perspectives and making more informed choices about which perspectives to adopt or not. Where do you even start with this? Our perspectives about the world and about life are often so ingrained in our thinking from a lifetime of holding current perspectives that it can be really challenging to even consider looking at something from an alternative perspective. The fact is, this takes practice. It's a learned skill. It's like learning to play an instrument or to play a new sport or a video game. The more you actively do this, the easier and more natural it will become. It's also a habit that needs to be built. Most of us, as adults, have the habit of brushing our teeth at night, but we didn't just come to that naturally. As children, we practiced this habit every day, over and over, until it became something we now do seemingly naturally. Practicing perspective is the same thing. At first it may seem unnatural. Over time, it becomes something you can do more easily and naturally. In the next video, bring a pen and paper. I'm going to give you some specific tips about how to start practicing perspective. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and kind of fun, and be sure to click on the subscribe button now to make sure you get the next videos in this series. My website is www.glasshalfquestion.com, and if you go there, you'll find the full catalog of these videos and the rest of my content. Leave me a comment here if you have any questions or related thoughts, and please share this video with anyone you know that you think would appreciate this, or perhaps someone you know that could use a little extra help with perspective. Leave me comments here with any questions, and remember, keep practicing perspective.